Reloading for the 7mm PRC, what powder do you use and where do you start on how much grains are in the case? Kent Sakamoto, what are we doing?
So the first thing to determine what powder we're using, how much we're using, it's going to start with the projectile.
Right.
So in this case, we're using a 168 bullet. So we're going to go to the data, 7 PRC. We're going to come up here to 168, and it lists all of our choices of propellant to use with a starting charge and a maximum. So we have chosen Sta-Ball HD. So we go here, a starting charge is 64.4.
Okay.
And a maximum charge of 70.8 with the C, which means it's a compressed load.
Okay.
So previously we talked about case fill, that'd be wonderful, but it's a maximum, so we're gonna back it down. New rifle, new components, we're gonna start in the middle, so there's roughly a 6 grain difference, so we're gonna cut it 3, so 67.4. We've got the dispenser, it's already thrown a charge of 67.4, so we're gonna take that off. We're gonna pour that into the case.
So why Sta-Ball HD for 7mm PRC?
So the choice of HD, it's an available, number one, propellant in the ideal burn speed for the 7 PRC. So meters well, whether it's a mechanical powder measure or electronic dispenser, get consistent metering out of it. It has the temperature and sensitivity characteristics, so hot or cold, it's going to perform the same.
Okay.
It has copper fouling eraser technology, so less copper fouling within the barrel.
Okay.
So cleanup's a lot easier.
All right. Now, why choose maybe a more of a digital, automatic way to go things rather than a mechanical dropper?
So the digital, it's given us exactly what we're asking for, 67.4. You're going to adjust your mechanical, and depending on how you operate the handle, you can get variations in the charge. And that's why you're going to want to weigh them every time. Because we're looking for, the accuracy potential for a 7 PRC is phenomenal.
Right.
So we want to be as consistent as we can and try and put the same amount of propellant in the case every time.
Right.
So weighing every charge is critical.
Okay. All right. So I want to get this out and I want to shoot these rounds. But if someone is actually going out and they're really wanting to really develop the load for their gun, like we're doing this for TV, but if I was really doing this, you would recommend from the annual manual or on the website, starting at something lower and actually doing a full ladder test.
Right. You could either choose a single propellant listed that's available, or you could choose a fast burning, medium burning, slow burning relative to that cartridge and see what the rifle component combination likes. But if you want to, like here, we're using Sta-Ball HD. So you start at the bottom, the 64.4, load 10 rounds. Go up in 1 grain increments, and ladder testing you need to do out, 300, 400, 500 yards.
Further distances.
Further distances. You're, trying to do a ladder test at 100 isn't going to show you anything, really. So is you want to see, and what a ladder test does is it gives you a window of velocity where the projectile pretty much performs the same at long range. So you don't have to get too hung up about being exactly the same on the charge. If it's in this window, it works really well. So why stress trying to get it exact? It could get you there. But it also may show you, there's one node. That's it, and that's the sweet spot.
Nice. And going back to the powder, like availability and what powders are listed in the annual manual, you've got a lot more listed on the website. It's just a matter of capacity that the annual manual can hold.
Absolutely. So the annual manual is just a small snapshot of all the data we have for particular cartridges. There's certain cartridges that are not even listed in the annual manual. Because it's an annual manual. It's not a reloading manual that comes from, like Nosler or Hornady. It's in print, this big book that goes for years and years and years. This is annual, so we can put new information in there right away, like 7 PRC information, 6 GT information. We could put it in the following year, where hardbound manuals may take a couple years before you see it. So always double check. Look in the annual manual, look on the HodgdonPowderCo.com Reloading Data Center, and it lists everything we have there.
Perfect. So if you're looking to reload your 7mm PRC and are looking for a place to start, the annual manual and Stay-Ball HD, not a bad place to start.
To see all of Gun Talk's content, go to guntalk.com, guntalktv.com, or sign up for the Gun Talk newsletter.